He was calling me saying, oh, he not coming to court. He saying that I'm dumb, I'm stupid, because I'm doing this, and I don't care.
All right. Is there anything else you want to tell me?
Tell him stop calling my phone because I don't want nothing to do with you no more. Like, I don't even want to come to your house no more.
Let's hear from you, Mr. Jones. What's going on here?
When they served me these papers, the same day they served them papers, she called me not one time, not 2 times, but 3 times. I don't ask her to come to my house. I got proof in my phone that she been calling me by private number. So how I'm gonna call her if I don't have her phone number?
How do you not have her phone number if she's your girlfriend?
I don't have her phone number because she don't have her phone. She just got that phone turned on.
What about the other things she's saying about you?
No, that is not true. I never forced myself on her. I never asked her to come to my house. She pops up to my house on her own. She called me and she came to stay with me.
For how long?
2-3 months.
You two lived together from January to March?
Yes.
Is that true, ma'am? You lived with him from January to March?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then she left. But I never put my hands on her because I don't hit no woman. She want to leave, you can leave.
So why would she be here saying this?
I don't know what's wrong with her.
Okay.
Because she just don't know what she want to stay at. She'll come to me, she'll go back out there, she'll come back to me, she'll go back out there. So how I'm going to contact you? I don't know your address, I don't know your phone number. And when she served me the papers, she called me the same day. So when I looked through the paper and seen the phone number, I'll call her and ask her, could she please leave me alone? Only thing we got in common is the baby. But you keep saying the baby ain't mine. How the baby ain't mine? You're the only one you did it with.
And have you spoken to her?
No. I'll call her, then I'll hang up on her. She'll call right back, constantly just call right back. And I'm like, leave me alone, please.
So wait, so she calls you from a private number?
Yes.
And you pick up?
I pick up, ask her, what do you want?
Uh-huh. And what does she say?
You don't want to be with me. Sometimes she don't say nothing. She'll just be sitting on the phone, being quiet. And she'll be talking to the guy where she with. She'll have him call my phone.
And say what?
Threatening me, talking about what he gonna do, this, that.
Okay, have you called her at all?
No, I called her that one time. When they served me these papers, I'll call her and ask her, please leave me alone.
Okay, let's hear your response to what he's saying.
This man is lying. He called me known, saying that what I just told you, I was dumb. And first of all, I was with him and somebody else when I got pregnant. The reason why I told him that I was pregnant is because I couldn't find the other man that I was dealing with the first time. I told him just so he felt like, oh, that he could say whatever he wanted to say and do whatever he wanted to do. The man is lying. He do abuse me and all type of stuff. I'm not finna do this for no reason. And then not only that, I just recently went back to Opalaka because I was staying somewhere else. I was not staying with him. I was staying somewhere else. He used to come over there constantly every day bothering me. So karma is everything because at the end of the day, you don't even know why I'm doing this for. And he don't know why. He lying. I paid throughout the whole, like, a whole month or 3 months or whatever, I paid $600. I was helping him out, him and his kids out, before I even stayed there. But now that I have a baby on the way, it's like now I'm doing this for the sake of my child. He already choked me one time and then now he lying again. I constantly keep calling the police and all that other stuff because of what he doing. He do it behind closed doors with nobody not looking. You know, I'll call him because why? If you think this your baby, then I'll tell him to take a DNA test. He don't want to take a DNA test. He tell me to take a DNA test with somebody else. So if you don't feel like you want to be in this child life, I'm going to dismiss you because all you want to do is have sex with me and use me. I feel like that. He don't feel like that. I don't know how he feel. But he called my phone. I told him don't call my phone. That was it. That was the last time he called my phone was like June 22nd, he called my phone. And I told him don't call my phone. That's why I called him and told him don't call my phone. If not, I wouldn't never call his phone. He wouldn't never call my phone. It's simple. He had my number because when I gave him the restraining order, it had my number on there and he said he was going to come to court.
So let me see on your phone where he called you.
But like on June 19th,
yes,
it was like 33 minutes.
That he called you?
Yeah. But he answered the phone, but he ain't say nothing.
And so what happened for 33 minutes?
He was just on the phone. He ain't say nothing.
But why did you stay on the phone for 33 minutes with nobody talking?
That's what I'm saying. I should have never answered the phone. If I knew he was calling, I should have never answered the phone. And I just had changed my phone number. June 22nd, he called me about 4 times, saying that what he was going to do to my boyfriend.
What did he say he was going to do to your boyfriend?
Matter of fact, he said he was going to kill me and my boyfriend. He said, don't let him catch me around the house. What he going to do to me? And I take that serious. And he called and said that I was dumb because I got a restraining order on him.
Now, I don't know what to think about this case so far because both seem like they have some pretty good, reasonable answers to this case. But there's something that tells me about this girl here that she might perhaps have a hard time exactly knowing who she's talking to. And she might actually not know who the father is of this child, and it most likely is this guy. Now, do I think that there is both of these two maybe stalking and maybe even harassing each other? Absolutely. I think my prediction is that the judge is going to put an injunction for both of them on each other. But then the thing is that's going to cause an issue is that she's a child, and that child needs to have father in the life. So I have a feeling that we're going to have to do a paternity test to see who is the father of this child. My guess is that he is the father of the child, and I think she actually knows that, but we'll see what goes on after this. But that's my take. But what do you guys think so far? Who's in the wrong? Do you have any guesses?
What were you calling his phone about?
Like, I've been calling his phone to, like, say what I'm going to do to him and all that other stuff. But I'm not going to do it.
Like, what were you saying you're going to do to him?
I said I was going to bust out all your windows in your house.
Okay.
And I said I was going to call DCF on him so they could take his kids away from him.
Okay.
Another time I'll call, but I ain't never said, I ain't say nothing. And then it's like back and forth with me and him.
Got it. You still with us, sir? No? Come on, back here.
I don't know why the girl sitting up in line, man, because I never put my hands on her. Why she putting a restraining order on me, the world may never know. Because she don't know who she want to be with. One time you with me, one time you with him, you're back with me, you're back with him. I ain't with that back and forth, though, because I ain't trying to lose my life. I'm not trying to catch AIDS or none of that stuff.
You're not trying to get AIDS? What does AIDS have to do with it?
Because you having sex with him, then you come back and have sex with me. I'm not trying to die.
He bringing up the past. He don't even know what
ain't
I'm
no
talking
Wait,
about.
I can't hear you both at the same time. This is what I'm going to do. I need you to stay away from her, and I think you were calling her, and I think you were bothering her. I am not going to enter a permanent injunction against you forever, but she's pregnant now, and I want her to be safe. Let me tell you this. You're playing on his phone, he's playing on your phone, right? So you cannot play on his phone anymore. You understand?
Yes.
You understand you can't call her, you can't write her, you can't be around her.
I'm going to know if she's dead, man. That's what I'm trying
That's
to say.
a good thing.
I don't know where she's dead. Even if I did know she's dead, I'm not riding with you, open locker.
That's a good
to
thing,
be with her.
right?
Because I don't want to be with her.
Okay, well, that's good. So you won't have any problem following this order, will you?
Nope. Yeah, I'm not trying to go to jail. I ain't been in jail in 6 years.
You haven't been to jail in 6 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, all you need to do is to abide by this. What did you go to jail for 6 years ago?
For a drug charge.
Are you doing any drugs now?
No, I just smoked me some weed and called it a day.
You just smoked some weed? How about you? Are you doing any drugs? No? You got to be very careful. You're pregnant, right? So this is the deal. You're not to call her, write her, or be within 500 feet of her. No contact means direct or indirect contact. That means you can't send messages through third parties, through friends or neighbors or family members. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to have a firearm. You're already not allowed to have a firearm because of your record. But if you're found with a firearm in violation of this order, you face 10 years in federal prison and a $250,000 fine. You said you don't have any firearms, right?
No, ma'am.
If you are the father of the child, you're going to have rights to be able to spend time with the child, but we don't know anything at this point, right? So until and unless we know that you're the father, you don't have any rights to see her or be around her. I mean, You have no right to be or see or be around her, but you have no right to see or be around your child until that's going to be determined. So if you want to try to figure out whether or not you're the father, you can then follow through with legal action to find out if you're the father, and you can do that too, because you seem to need to know that, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to want to be able to find out who the father is, right?
Yes.
And we'll give you some paperwork today on how either of you can do that. You, sir, need to enroll into a batterer's intervention program. I'm going to give you 24 hours to get into that program and 1 opportunity to complete it successfully. It's going to include mental health evaluation and treatment and substance abuse evaluation and treatment if those are necessary. You'll be back to report in front of me in 30 days. To make sure that you're complying with the order. You understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you admitted you were calling him and bothering him. So if you go back and do that, then he's gonna let me know, right? And then we're just gonna stop this restraining order, because you can't ask for somebody to stay away from you and then be calling them and doing all of that, right?
Yes.
So do I have your word that you're gonna stay away?
Yes.
And I have your word you're gonna stay away.
The only reason I call her, because she kept calling me, and I'm just letting her
But she's
know
not
to
gonna
leave
call
me
you
alone.
anymore, and you're not gonna call her, and you're not gonna be around, and your baby's gonna be born safe, and you'll go from there, right?
Yes.
Sound like a plan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Because I'm not a violent person, because I don't hit no women, so I don't know
Well, you
why
have a
she's
lot
saying
of violent priors, sir, including domestic violence priors, so I don't know who you hit or who you don't hit, but you've been arrested for it quite a few times before. So that's all I can say, right?
that. Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we're gonna give you the paperwork in just a moment, all right?
So the restraining order went on both of them, and this is exactly what I predicted. Now, the only thing I don't understand about this case is that they didn't address who the baby daddy was. And that's something that I feel like this judge should have at least added into this thing. Now, he has to go to all of this other type of counseling and therapies for his previous charges that have nothing to do with this case technically, like drug evaluations and things like that, but that's neither here nor there. Maybe it'll be a good thing for him to have some consistent things. I don't know. But in this case, she's going to have a child and no father around. And this is going to be very difficult for her. And I don't understand how people do that without any sort of income or anything like that. So I'm very curious to hear about this situation. My guess is that I think she's going to end up calling him again, because she's going to be in a pinch and she's going to realize how difficult it is to be in this situation without, a father. And like previously, and I'm only making this statement, guys, because previously she kept calling him over and over again, and there's proof of that. And I have a feeling that she's going to call him again, and the injunction is going to get removed. That's just my prediction. I think that she doesn't really know what she's doing, and he doesn't really know what he's doing either, and they're just going to continue to harass each other back and forth, and it's just going to be a messy thing. That's just my take on this, guys. I would like to know your thoughts, so please leave your comments down below. Do you agree with this judgment? Do you think that there is more to be done in this judgment? And do you think one person is more in the wrong over the other in this case? So let me know what you guys think about that.